Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another patch note. This is Avorion patch 0.10.57633 in the beta branch on Steam. And to get on that, you just right-click Avorion on Steam. You go to the properties, you go to the last tab, and you drop down and you click beta. Make sure the program's closed. If it doesn't let you do that, reset your computer and it should show up. So, this patch is more work on thrusters due to whiners. Anyways, let's read them. So, after hearing and reading your mostly very clear in brackets, feedback on the latest changes, I've decided to increase the priority of a few blocks. Gyro and inertia dampeners. Avorion was never meant to be perfectly physically correct simulation, but I still wanted you to feel the way the physics behave in space, at least approximately. Also, I didn't like the artificial enhancements to several stats of the game that happened under the hood. So these just had to go. With the new blocks, it shouldn't be too hard for you to get the old flight feeling back. But if you like realistic Newton flight style, then I've got some good news for you too. About the new blocks, the gyro array are a new block that basically adds only rotation speed to the ship since it changes the angular momentum directly. Its location on the ship is mostly irrelevant except to the part where its location changes the inertia tensor of the ship. The inertia dampener is a block that creates subspace friction, thus essentially break the ship, but uses a lot of energy to create the friction. The fiction. We'll see about that if it's fiction or not. In order to make the Newton physics fans not feel left out, I've added another feature. You can now toggle flight assistance on and off. If you think that you got the skill for flying without the assistance, or maybe you just like the feel of it, then you can toggle the assistance off and save yourself a lot of energy. Once you have to dock, you can just toggle it on. No hotkeys for all that yet, but that's coming. So actually, you can now toggle all energy-consuming systems on and off, such as gyros, engines, and life support. Ooh, nice. Maybe you shouldn't disable this one. Your crew might not be too happy about that. If you have a ship that absurd the thruster stacking method for achieving loads of brake thrust, then you'll have to adjust your build. I've given you more than enough tools for them now. To use them. Gameplay. Gyro is called gyro array since initially I wanted the size of restrictions. Make them have the same size side since they are round inside. But I turned out to be way bigger and a hassle anticipated and would only limit creativity of players. So now the gyro blocks actually contain lots of small gyros inside of them, so you can make them any size. Yeah, that should make sense, I hope. New block. Here we go. Gyro array. Gyro array increases the rotational speed of your ship. Since gyros change angular momentum using moving parts, the place of your ship doesn't really matter except for their own weight, which changes the inertia tensor of your ship. New block inertia dampener. Due to a few special properties of the iron and the Avorion-related subspace interference, the inertia dampeners can now be built out of iron and Avorion. Inertia dampeners can create subspace friction, thus breaking your ship or reducing drift. Expensive but strong. Ship systems can be disabled one by one in the energy tab. Large generated station wrecks no longer despawn. Beautiful, that was annoying. Despawn timer resets when object breaks. Oh, even better, because you're out there, you find a big ship and you're salvaging it. And if you can't salvage it within 30 minutes, or if you see it and then you're like, oh, I'm going to go salvage that, it's too late. You'll lose out. So that's really cool. Mines now buy a range of goods. Oh, okay, good. Thruster energy takes into account direction thrusts. Fine-tuned flight assistance with strong forces are applied. Military outposts buy electromagnetic charges. Adjust rotational speed of the drone for new flight physics, because the drone would have been pretty bad probably. Client, server browser window now connects to the correct server now. That's probably a good thing. Script API, weapon reach modifier works as intended now. Nice. UI, added more tips to thruster blocks in the building mode. Improved fixing and visual of the system's upgrade tab. Ooh, I hope that means that you don't have that like stuff like going behind it and stuff. Flight reticle is now crossed, no longer a square. Added a prograde marker, improved the reliability of the loading screen tips. Server. Administrators do not have to enter passwords. More stats are printed with the status command. Deletion time of large and small wreckage more or less than 15 blocks is configurable. Bug fixes. Fixed the server crash. Can't go into details this one for safety reasons. Fixed a few typos. Fixed the server crash on Windows related to deadlocking detection. Fixed crash and mouse over on the UI list box. Fixed the faction headquarters not showing up on the list of the galaxy map. Fixed an icon for the client window, a rare crash related to it. Fixed a crash in the UI text box, and a new text set of scrolling was too far right. Fixed Swarks not attacking on one dialogue option. Allied ships attacking each other when escorting something. Fixed an error where players would get recreated each time they log in after their profile was deleted. This doesn't mean that you should delete profiles. So that's not a good thing, but there was a guy whose profile he deleted, created a massive index issue. Basically, every time he would play again, we had to, well, he couldn't. He would make a new profile each time. There's server restart. And then, thankfully, Kunshi here created it so we can re-index. We delete the index file and it rebuilds it, but now he's made it that you could probably do it, but you shouldn't do it, and I will not touch it again. Fixed a broken interaction with the wormhole, diverter, and end boss. Fixed broken ranges of weapons from Turret Factory. Fixed a crash related to XML file reading. Known issues from this last update. There are currently some issues with the AI, which is not yet able to use the new flight model correctly in some cases. Of course, that would make sense. Cargo list can hang or doesn't display correctly when hauling lots of different cargo. Is that cargo? Yeah. Upcoming features for the next patch. Creating groups of players so you can see your friends are. Oh, finally. This is not the Alliance update. Groups are not alliances. Remember, this is something that he mentioned he wanted to get in the game before the Alliance update because he felt like it was critical. I mean, it is supposed to be like a cooperative experience in the game, but right now you really can't see your friends properly, so this will help with that. Archon interface for the server, safe sectors, loading screen safety, respawn sector change, hotkeys for enabling and disabling energy systems. And there you go. So, I know some people wanted me to kind of, dibble-daddly sort of in the game a wee bit. So, I made this on my Let's Play, and you probably saw that I got destroyed in this trying to hit the gate. You can see already, this is the flight mechanics. It's, right now with what I built before. And it wasn't a horrible ship. Yeah, there's a lot of weight on it, but it wasn't the worst thing ever out there. Now, if we flip like this, it stops. It's not too bad. I think it stops before. But one thing that I miss and that we used to have was the whole thing like where, okay, I'm going to turn over here and I want to go over here. I would be already this way, especially if I hit the thrust. So I hit the thrust like this, just quickly like this, I would have been already swinging and almost directly where I was going. But you don't get that feel anymore. And of course, this is the more realistic system, which it wasn't my cup of tea. But now he's added some new features, so let's check that out. Also, let's check out status here. Oh, look at this. 1 player registered, 5 faction registered, 5 sectors in memory. So that was the same. Performance, void server update float. So it shows some information. Sector update, average sector load, average update, max update, minimum update. And that's all milliseconds. Pretty cool. And our ship here, we probably are not going to notice this because I don't think this ship had an issue with it before. But, oh, he's put them on the side, I think. Oh, no, that's the turret slots. Never mind. But this apparently is fixed now. Actually, this looks actually a little bit more bolder. I think he has definitely fixed this. This looks more like standing out now than it was before. So I think he's just fixed the layering of these properly. I wonder if he fixed another thing yet. Let's see. This. My dreadful button here. No, he has not fixed that, unfortunately. Okay, so here is our ship. And so I was really interested in the, not much the gyros as much as I'm into the, oh, look at that. So that's the gyro, huh? Directional thrusters, normal thrusters, of course. Now, I believe he said those were only in the, oh, maybe it wasn't just that mode. I'm trying to think. So there's the gyros, dock, shield generator, container, bank. Huh. Oh well, let's play with the gyros. I know it said something about Avorion level too, so maybe they're in there. Oh, inertia dampeners. I thought there was an inertia dampener for the iron level, or was I not in the iron level? Oh, no, there's the gyro. Oh, there it is. Inertia dampener. So you might not need that much, but let's give it a try, shall we? Wow, look at the brake difference. Holy crap. That is awesome. I have to admit, brakes like that is pretty awesome. So I assume, let's click ourselves. No, you can see we're still spinning in one direction. So that doesn't fix that. Maybe the gyros will help a bit on that, but I think gyros are more like rotational speed. So yeah, one of the things that I enjoyed the most of the flight system still doesn't exist. And that's to, you know, you're going this way, and I'm like, oh crap, let's go to the, or is this asteroid? Oh crap, I'm gonna go down. You can't really fix that anymore. Like if you're going towards an asteroid, a big one, you're not gonna be able to really fix it. I got lucky there because these are small. But before, if I hit space, my whole ship would be like, you know, if you're gonna go crashing into this, for example, and then all of a sudden I go up here, I would have been clear to that, but now I blew up instead. So you get the idea what I mean. Before, you could have gotten out of situations like that. So it was kind of like crazy dogfighting kind of flight systems, which I loved. But unfortunately, that's just not the case. And, you know, don't get me wrong. This developer is an awesome developer, and I don't blame him for changing things the way he wants it. It is his game after all, and that's how he should be doing it. It shouldn't be what, you know, a few complainers or even a big part of the complainers might be, because it is his game and it is his dream. And if he wants to have more realistic space, then he should have more realistic space. There's no question on that at all. But let's play around with the gyros here, just for fun here. So the gyros basically would help you fix your rotation up a bit more. It's not like you'd probably put a big one like that, but they're probably more useful for bigger ships, right? So you can see it turns a bit better. But you're still having the whole, you know, not being able to... Wow. Those gyros must be freaking heavy. Woo! But you know what I mean now, you know, like we would have been already that way before, and if even I went like this, I would be flying towards that and all that. That's cool either way. Awesome patch, though. I'm knowing a lot of people are going to be happy with it, so I'm going to be happy for a lot of people out there. And I'm going to still be around doing patch notes, and I might do some spotlights here and there, and, you know, don't worry, I'm not completely gone from Avorion. Man, how much weight was that? Oops. How much weight is in this thing? Oh, I can't do it because my ship's damaged. How did that happen? There you go. How long are we going to keep the broken ship, buddy? Oh, you have to wait the 15 seconds. I wonder if this can override it, though. Oh, no, it can't. We'll just wait a second here just to get the idea. Actually, we don't even need to do that. We could just see what the mass is with one here. There you go. Inertia. How much weight is this thing putting on? Wow. Actually, that's not too bad, huh? Oh, it's the gyros. I'm a noob. It's the gyros that weigh heavy, not the, that. Actually, huh, weird. Not that bad. No. I just seemed like I was dragging a lot more on this ship than I was normally, but there you go. Oh yeah, I am moving a lot slower. Weird. Anyways, guys and girls, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed these patch notes and my slight playing in the game, because I know some people wanted a bit more than just the patch notes, so hopefully you enjoyed that. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and this station is now not happy. And we'll see you guys next time.